Good morning, Brenda. I'm going to try to record how I do your blog posts. Okay, so Brenda, when you're in the back end of WordPress, you're going to click Add Post, and you can put your title here. Now you have Divi Builder in your website. That's what I use to design the website, but you don't need that for the blog post. You can just use default editor. That's easier. And what I like to do first is put an image on top. To get an image, I will either use PicMonkey or Canva. So here I have like a little template, and they have stock photos you can look through. I know you know how to create photos with AI. You can also do that, but I usually just get stock photos because AI sometimes just comes out funky or it is takes me more time. So, yeah, you can look through some of these images. If I don't see anything I like you have trees in your branding, could pick something like this, and I can put a filter on it. I think in your branding, it's kind of like a purpley, shadowy filter. I think that's under effects, something like dusk. So you could do this, or if I don't find anything good there, I will look in Canva. I'm not sure. Well, for the purpose of this video, uh, well, here we have this. If you're not sure about if it'll match your website or not, you can go to your branding sheet. And here you'll see like the colors and the styles, just kind of remind you the vibe of your website and branding. So you can put a filter on this, go to edit, and see what kind of filters they have. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we'll just download this for now. Yeah, there's plenty of Canva tutorials. You just got to fool around with it. I have a bunch of pages here. We don't want all of them. We just want this one. And we will save that to the computer. Perspective. Okay, so now that you have your image, you can upload it to WordPress. It takes a little longer to load, and then I will center it. Now, um, you can add a paragraph, and I will just copy and paste your content from the Word document, which I have on another desktop. And there you go. Oops. Looks like my comments pasted along with it, so erase those. So here we have your content. Oh, there's some weird indentations here. Generally, for blog posts, you do block format matting, so you don't want indents. What I'll also do is, oh, here's some common stuff. What I'll also do is maybe link to any other content inside, but we don't have to worry about that now. You might want to go to this post area, set featured image, and choose the image you want featured. That's like the image that pops up when you post on social media. And check blog. That ensures that it shows up on the blog page. And then you can add tags, like you can put inspiration or wisdom, um, life. These are some existing ones down here. Okay, so another thing I like to do is you can add your form here. So you have MailerLite. If you click Add Blocks, you should see where the sign up forms are. And you see that A Promise Kept is there. You can select that. And like magic, the form shows up there. So with all this being done, just make sure I go down here and do all the search engine optimization too. So you type in the keyword, you choose a keyword, what the topic's about. Think about what terms someone would use to search up to get this type of post in Google. So, and then you write a short description there. So I will go back and read through it and see what is the best sort of intro for this post. I think you can sometimes just put the beginning. I think this will sum it up nicely. And I paste it down here in the meta description. You can abbreviate a little bit. Better view. Okay, it's going to be orange because it's too long, but I don't think I can condense this anymore. If it's a little bit too long, no worries. If you don't want to do all this SEO stuff, then don't worry about it because Google will um, be able to find you regardless, but that just helps you kind of optimize it. So here's your post. It's ready to go. If you want to see what it looks like, you see this little computer up here. You can click that view and you can choose to see the desktop, tablet, or mobile version. We're going to preview the desktop version. And here you can see what it's going to look like. And you can proofread, make sure it's all formatted nicely and that the form shows up. So we're ready to go. So you go back and you hit publish. Publish. So you can view the post. The post is live. You can check here on the blog if it showed up. There it is. It's in the blog list. So I'll go back to the post itself because now we're going to share it. So then you can go to your Facebook page. Where's Brenda? There you are. And paste the link in there. And I'll go back and I don't know, I guess, you can just grab the first paragraph to open with. I like to break up the text because people like to skim through things. And then you can hit next. Who can see your post? For you, you're going to want that to be public. And you can choose to boost the post also if you want to do a little advertising. And there it is. Share to Facebook for Instagram. Let's get into your profile. Brenda. Helps to have a password saver so you can easily get in and out of all these accounts. Not now. Let's see. Oh, you got a lot of notifications here. Nice. Let's see what's going on. A lot of likes and looks like a message. Oh, this looks like an automated message. Yeah, probably someone I followed on your behalf. So, oh, that's so funny. We just did a post about perspective. So, yeah, I don't know if you like to access Instagram on your phone. I like to do it on the desktop. I don't like trying to post things on my phone. So I would go to, where do I explore real, no, no, no. Create. Here it is, create. You click create. You want to create a post. So, yeah, you're gonna want to make your image in the proper dimensions for Instagram. So I'll go back and take this image, and you have to have Canva Pro to do this. And I already have the dimensions here for Instagram. So I will want to resize that. It'll try to resize everything I have there. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to unclick those, click this, copy and resize. And it'll take a second. Yeah, it's funny that I just made that perspective post and now we have another perspective post. So I'm going to open this and you can see I have to fiddle around with it. So I can put it there and I can add text. Once again, you consult your branding. If you forget what text do I use, we have Amaresa or Montserrat. You can do a combo of both. So we'll go back to this and you can choose to add text, a new perspective. We'll capitalize that. Yeah, so that's funny. I think I'll have to erase that other one. So we have this here, and you can go into the fonts here, and my recently used shows Amaresa. We can try that one. It's very scrolly. Or your, oops, didn't mean to do that. Um, you can choose Montserrat. What do we have here? Let's take a look. This is Montserrat Bold. So a lot of my job doing your stuff is like picking photos and tinkering with text and fonts. So yeah, you will just get lost in doing this and spend like hours fooling around, like changing the alignments. You can also like do some of the text in each font. Oh wait, I think I have to put them in new text boxes. You can duplicate the text. Um, anyway, so you have to at some point tell yourself that it's good enough and stop fooling around. It's just like writing. At some point, you have to stop tinkering and just publish it. Okay, I like this. It's a mixture. I'm going to shrink this a little bit. I feel like okay. So we can get outlines, neon. That's cool. So, like I said, you can stay here all day playing around with these things. At some point, you just have to make the call and say, okay, we're publishing now. I feel like I don't want this capitalized. Is that better? can move this a little bit here. I zoom out sometimes to kind of see how will it look like on a phone. I feel like this, I want perspective to be big. I think it looks pretty cool. So we're going to download this. I always download the JPEG because it doesn't take up as much space and the resolution is good enough. So you can title it whatever you want. I usually just put square. Wait, that's not a square. Instagram. So now we will come back to Instagram. I actually use Publer, like a social media app to schedule your stuff, but I know you don't have that, so that is why I am showing you through that, through Instagram itself and Facebook itself. Okay, here's my perspective Instagram JPEG. I select that. You're going to want to go here and choose the dimensions. This is the 4 by 5 dimension, which shows up best on the grid. These are more filters. You don't need that. We already applied a filter. Now you can add your text. I'll just go back and copy this and paste it in. And then you need hashtags. So, who is my hashtag buddy? You can go to ChatGPT. Claude for me is my favorite when it comes to like writing stuff. And the cool thing about Claude is I can get your post and I don't even have to paste the post. I'll say, please suggest 10 Instagram hashtags for this post. And sometimes I'll put 10 um, low competition, high engagement hashtags. Because sometimes they'll just make up hashtags nobody is using. So you paste the link in there, Coffee and Claude, and he's fetching, he's reading the blog now. Isn't this amazing? Yeah, one thing I used to waste a lot of time on was looking for good hashtags. And now I'm harnessing the power of AI for something as silly as this. Okay, so he's got all these hashtags here. I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of people would be using these. Normally he's better. I should not have, maybe the low competition thing threw him off. These seem like little used hashtag. Can you suggest some more popular ones? Okay. Oh, there we go. This sounds better. Because if you look at these up here, how many people are going to look up plateau wisdom? Nobody. And if you want to double check to see, oh, no, I don't want to ruin your post. We'll have to do that later. Great. Thank you. Oops. Then you can ask him, please list these in an easy to copy and paste format. There. So we put them on a little list. So we copy these, go back, put them under there. Now also I will put a link to your blog. The links are not live in Instagram, meaning people can't click on it to get to your site. That's why I needed to, you know what, I'm just going to put blog here because this is long and ugly. I need to get into your profile so I can add your your website. It won't let me do it here on the desktop app. It has to be through your phone. What I also like to do, you can add a little emoji to draw some attention. So with this topic perspective, I don't know, we could put a little star here. And you can say, read the full post. Brenda Wilkins. And then you hit share. So the post was share. You can choose to boost it. And yeah, you might want to experiment with boosting. You can spend $5 here and there. Um, every month I try to do some advertising on your profile. Yeah, I don't know if I should. Well, I think this is fine. We have two perspective posts. This is asking a question though. So what I have to do now is change all your profile photos, but that's the gist of it. So I'm going to close all this stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, you can boost here on Facebook too. So there you have it. Your blog is posted and shared. Oh, I forgot to show you MailerLite. You're not done yet. Just when you thought it was over, we're going to go into MailerLite. This is actually Antonia's account. Let me switch out, sign into your account. Hopefully they won't ask for verification. Yes. Okay. So this is your MailerLite dashboard. We go to campaigns. Um, what I like to do is just use a previous email as a template. So I will put copy to drafts, and this will make a copy of your previous email in the drafts area. Next, you will click edit, and we will change the title. Perspective. Yeah, I'd like to put an emoji because it just catches people's eye when they're scrolling through their mailbox. I think there's like a telescope or something. I don't know if that's too cliche. That's another thing. Another big part of my job is looking for the perfect emoji to capture the post. Oh, well, you can also, oh, look, I don't know, telescope. I don't know. Let's, this is why I never get any writing done. A new perspective. And I don't know. That is not quite right. Well, maybe I'll just go with the star. Or like the sunrise. I think there's a sunrise. Here, let's go sunrise over the mountains. Sunrise, a new perspective. I forgot. It makes you automatically land on the content page where you can change the title, but there's also a pre-header that you need to be wary of. That is on the details page, which you have to go to another tab for quirks of MailerLite. Pre-header, a new perspective. I'll just grab some more intro text. Let's see. I like this. Oh, I should have used this before. A question. Do you forge ahead not knowing what you will encounter, or do you go back to where things are safe and familiar? So I'm gonna stick that in there. It's kind of like a hook. It's kind of long. So take off this chunk. It's still kind of long, but let's just go with it. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, so now you get to the next page. We're back on the content page, edit content. And wait for it to load. You know what? Yeah, this pre-header shows up here too. You can edit it. I didn't realize that you can edit it here, so you don't really need to go back to that details page, but I'm just gonna take that last part off because it was scrunched all up in there. Okay, so here's where you change a picture, replace image. You like click on the little mountain. We're gonna upload that same perspective picture. You can see how lovely it matches with the branding. Insert. Once I put the picture up, I like to link the picture to the blog post. So I go back, copy the URL, and you click the link button, and you can select and erase that and copy in the new link. Then we have the title here. Go back to the post. This is a preview. Select and copy this and put it here. Then go back again. And then I select all of this, copy that, go here, select all, paste. And you can proofread, this 7th is, there we go, making the formatting weird. Okay, so there you go. Down here, you can ask some questions of the audience. Like, have you ever found yourself at a crossroad? Is it Crossroads or Crossroad? Crossroads, I think. At a decisive moment in your life, how have you been able to begin again? So you can play around with the formatting. Okay, so I'm just kind of reading through, double checking all this. We've edited it. Sorry, then I'll just get involved in tinkering with the formatting. Okay, it's fine. All right, so once you're done with this, you can send a test email to yourself. I like to do that because you often don't notice mistakes until you've already published it. I'm gonna send that to my Gmail address. Send test, and we'll wait for that to come in. So when that comes in, there it is. I'm gonna open it, slide it up here. It's gonna let me. Okay, so this is from my email box. Just received it. You can click here, make sure the links work. Yes, it's opening up on my other desktop. So that link on the picture works. So your proofreading looks nice. Okay. So once you double check that, go back here, click done editing, and double check your details here. And we're going to send this now. You can also schedule it, but it's already Tuesday, 9:30 in the morning, which is a perfect time to send. And then click send. And there it goes in the outbox. Oh, we forgot to change the title of the campaign, but that's not a big deal. This is for your personal records. Yep. After a while, when you go to campaigns to the sent emails, it'll pop up in the sent emails list, and then you can start seeing the numbers. So I think that concludes the blog post tutorial and how to share. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. I just wanted to give you a quick idea of what I do for you every day so that you can learn how to do it yourself when you're ready or if you're ever ready to take over. I'm going to share this with Antonia too so that she can see it works the same way on her account also. So that's WordPress. It can be a little bit daunting at first, but don't be afraid to go back there and experiment. If you make any mistakes, everything can be fixed or erased. So the best thing I think to do is go and experiment and immerse yourself. The dashboard back here, I mean, all you really need to know are posts, and if you want to edit your website pages, for example, unlike the post where I use the WordPress editor, your pages are built with Divi. So, and I'll tell you here what it's built with, Divi. And if you want to edit your website pages, you will hit edit with Divi, and it takes you to a different interface where like you can interact with the page in real time. You can change the text, you can change your pictures, but we can save that for another tutorial. But if you ever want to go around here and experiment, you're welcome to. You can save changes here with this little menu. If you don't want to save changes, just exit out of the page. Like say you came in here to fool around and you're like, you changed something you didn't like, or you just are not ready to publish, you can just get out of there and nothing will have happened like this. Leave and nothing will have changed. Okay, so I am hoping to edit this video a little bit so it's not as crazy with me rambling on first thing in the morning. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions and good luck.